Hey everyone, kumusta? It's Ligaya. Some of you have been asking me to do this tutorial and I plan to do this a little later, but I figured out anyways that since I'm free, I'll be doing this one now. It'll be a great time to do this video where I'll be showing you how I record my ASMR videos. So for my 6K celebration, I'll be doing another video, but it's taking long because I'm still gathering your questions and like seeing what video that I can make for it. But anyhow, let's just get started. So if you're playing on the PC, these are the two mods that I highly recommend that you get. The first one is UI cheats and the second one is daybreak mod. So I'll explain why you need those. So you need UI cheats because it'll be easy to manipulate your Sims needs with it. And you can use that mod to create puddles, start fires, make your counters, sinks, and bathtubs dirty too. So all you have to do really is just to press shift on your keyboard and click on the object that you want to make dirty. And this works for dining tables, desks, counters, sinks, bathtubs, and toilet bowls, and more. The next mod is Daybreak, so I like using this one because time flies so fast in The Sims, and recording one day of cleaning can take one whole sim day and maybe even more. So sometimes the lighting is so bad as well, so I use Daybreak to keep my game at morning always. And now, it's not really necessary, but I do recommend a sponge override because the ones in the game look like cheese and they are so ugly. And yeah, this one is also not necessary too, but in my videos you've seen me use the vacuum cleaner. I'm saying it isn't necessary because it's from a kit and not having it would not change anything. And also, I think that the mop sounds better anyways. Then now we move on to some programs that you can also consider. First is the recording software. I use OBS for mine because it's lightweight and there's like a ton of tutorials out there, and those tutorials, like what works for your PC, depends upon your specs. I'll just say that when it comes to recording your own ASMR videos, don't turn on your microphone. Always make sure that it is off. So I learned this the hard way when I forgot to turn off my microphone, and you can hear my giggling and my neighbor's dogs barking on the background. I had to record that and that was not a fun time. So if you have also reshade, that will be good as well. What I'm using right now though is G-Shade, but reshade, G-Shade, it kind of works the same. But those are not necessary. I just find the lighting in the game not so bright and saturated enough for my liking, so I use it. The presets that I'm using right now are Winter Melon Milk Tea and Strawberry from Melixa. Now, those are the mods, the programs, and the pack that I use, so just see what works best for your computers. Now, let's move on to the game settings. So all you gotta do is just go to the game settings, go to audio, turn your volume, your master volume all the way up, and also the sound effects volume. And there are ASMR simmers that like their voices of their sims to be recorded as well, but I prefer to have mine turned all the way down as well because I think their voices are a little bit annoying. So yeah, also double check, see if it works. What I'd like to do is I like to listen to the sounds of my sims washing their hands to check because it is easier to access, and if you think your settings are good, it's time to start. So start by opening up your cheat bar and type headline effects off right there. So there isn't really a secret trick to it, but what I'd like to do is I like to watch real life human ASMR to figure out how they set up their camera. So I can set up my Sims camera in the same way to give it that feeling as if you're watching a real person. I don't know, I just like to do it that way. And what I do also is follow rules of composition, like for example, rule of thirds, symmetry, spacing. It isn't necessary, but I just like doing it anyway since it looks better that way. And if you didn't know, by the way, you can remove all the UIs in your game if you access tab mode. So press on tab mode press on tab on your keyboard to access it. And if you want to get out of tab mode, press it again. But let's say you're recording, have your sim do their action by clicking on the task, but stay paused. Then you position your camera on the angle that you think is best, so it can be on their eye level, lower, or even higher. If you want to save that angle, press Ctrl plus the numbers like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 on your keyboard. I'll be pressing Ctrl plus 5 in here. And what that does is that it saves your angles. So if you want to reshoot it again and you exit out of tab mode, you can go back to the same angle using the keyboard that you saved it in. I hope I explained that one correctly because yeah, I'm bad at English. So like this, I'm pressing tab right now, then I press the number 5 on my keyboard. Just press the number again if you want to go to that angle. And yeah, you're back to your angle earlier. Just like that. It's so easy. You also have to learn what are the common hotkeys in your game to make it easier. So for this, we have like 2 hotkeys that we need to learn about, and that is the number 1 and the swung dash or the squiggle next to it. Pressing number 1 would mean that play, and I use the dash or the squiggle for pause. So you need to know this because once you're in tab mode, you won't be able to access the play and pause buttons at the bottom of your screen. And knowing this would allow you to, play and pause. So yeah, it's really necessary for you to know this. And depending on what you like, you might even want to do POV shots. So just press Shift Tab to access your Sim's point of view and press Tab to remove the UI. I don't use this often because I don't have many instances where I need to use it, but for lifestyle ASMR simmers, this may be useful for you guys. Also, if you want to create sim vlogs as well. My only problem with it is that it's often unstable and it makes me dizzy. So that's it. There really isn't a secret to it. It's just basic stuff. And if you plan to create these types of videos, you can totally do it too. If you have more questions about this though, let me know in the comments below so I can answer them. And also you can promote your channel on the comments below if you want to. I would gladly watch that, and I might even recommend some of you, And so I'll be ending this right here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!